Let me know when you guys are good.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock. Yep.
Ready to rock. So I'm going to start this off and you guys can, well, first, can I get your names, the year that you graduated and the degree that you earned from University of Michigan?
Go ahead, Ev.
All right. Evan Woolford, graduated class of 2013 and doctorate of physical therapy.
And mine is very similar. Eliot Woolford, class of 2013 and doctorate of physical therapy.
All right. And from my understanding, you guys are twins, correct?
We are. Yes.
Yeah, you guys look so similar, but I'll ask you guys more about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Sure.
So why did you guys both choose the University of Michigan for your physical therapy school?
Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, to just go off what he said, the PTCAS system was new and we had that kind of database we had to use. So really just figured we applied to all the same schools and kind of see what happens. And it just so happened we got into all the same schools and, just obviously getting that acceptance from the University of Michigan was pretty important and pretty prestigious school that we obviously was our number one choice. So it was great to get that acceptance letter from U of M and to go from there.
All right, Eliot.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Glad this is recorded. No, again, I didn't hear Evan's response, but like I said, the whole PTCAS process was grueling. Just getting everything, all your ducks in a row with the schools. And, U of M was my top pick. So I heard the back end of Evan saying, it was nice to get recognized, that Block M, growing up in the state of Michigan, always seeing that Block M, people, family, friends, and went to Albion undergrad. So again, the prestige of U of M, it's at the Flint campus, which again, awesome. We had a great time. Everybody thinks, oh, it's Flint. Well, that's where the program is. So you can't really do much about that. So, we had a good time and, Michigan was all we ever wanted. We had a great experience. So I'm very happy to get that acceptance letter from them. So.
Well, that's awesome. I think that we, our class, especially, I think we've grown to love the Flint campus and our time there. And I think that Flint moving into that area is definitely in the future for a lot of us, just because it's like a second home to us at this point.
Yeah. I mean, people that say, oh, it's in Flint, they don't the building's awesome. That downtown Flint area is up and coming. It's a great area. So people that always say, oh, it's in Flint, is that, no, we're not. It was great. I absolutely loved it. So
I agree 100%.
Well, that's awesome. Now I'm going to ask you guys, what kind of PT were you guys originally both interested in? And then what area are you working in now?
Yeah. So we both come from the athletic training background. We're both licensed athletic trainers. So obviously coming into school, we knew a lot about the orthopedic side of things, correct? Just with that, we had a couple great experiences with some of the professional sports teams. It really drove us to come in with a ortho bias a little bit. And then, now we're working at outpatient orthopedic clinics. We're both with Team Rehabilitation. My clinic is in Auburn Hills and Evan's clinic is in Bloomfield Hills or Bloomfield. But we came in with the orthopedic background, kind of thinking, this is what we want to do. And then through the clinical experience, I think we were exposed to a lot of things that I really didn't, you really don't know, oh, that's PT, such as spinal cord units and stuff like that. You see people, sports stories of people taking their first steps and how cool that is. And then you realize that PT is a very integral part of that. And again, it was a very, definitely, I think U of M Flint does a great job of kind of getting a broad scope of everything, giving you a taste of everything, which I think is another one of their big feathers in their cap. They kind of give you the neuro, the ortho, the integumentary, you kind of get it all, which is a great thing too. So.
Yeah, I would tend to echo that. I mean, obviously in undergrad and athletic training, sports was always kind of where we wanted to be, but that being said, there were some days where, taking Amy York's classes in neuro and other professors in U of M Flint, where it's like, maybe neuro would be the way to go. Maybe neuro would be fun. And we got to do a little bit of time in our, I think our 1 week clinicals at level 11 and places like that really showed, and Star Rehab in Grand Blanc, that really showed us that, man, PT is just it's not just sports. It's not just orthopedic. There's a lot of other realms that you can go into. ultimately, like Eliot said, we got some cool opportunities with some Detroit sports teams and stuff like that. So we're both in the kind of sports medicine orthopedic field. But again, echoing what he said, which probably going to be an ongoing trend here. But I think U of M Flint, one of their best attributes and qualities is that they give you that well-rounded education. It's not just orthopedic. It's not just anything. Just kind of the faculty we had and the staff that we had was really incredible with giving us just a well-rounded experience with everything.
Well, I'd be shocked if you guys didn't have similar opinions since
right.
We look the same, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. I do believe that the school has done a phenomenal job of not just exposing everybody to different facets of the profession, but also making us feel comfortable with going into any, like, I feel like at this point that we could probably dip into any facet of the career and at least be competent.
Yes.
I did an acute rotation, and took me a second, but then I was like, oh yeah, I could do this,
Yeah, once you break it down, like you said, it's like acute care. Like I said, I did not want to do hospitals, but let me tell you, the hospital rotation for me was one of my biggest. Again, I didn't think it wasn't for me still, but I had a great time. You know what I mean? You kind of feel that first couple of days, you feel kind of like, oh my God, I'm in uncharted territory, but then you go back to your principles that you've been taught, and you can really make a difference in a lot of people no matter where you are. So that's great.
Yeah. So then, could you guys tell me about your favorite classes? Like, what were some of your favorite classes? And then you had mentioned Dr. York. Do you have any other professors that stood out to you and who impacted your education greatly?
Yeah. I keep in touch with Dr. York. She's fantastic. I think even me taking students now, she does a lot of guest lecturing at other schools now. And, I get a lot of students from Oakland and from Wayne that still get to have her do, whether it just be the light BPPV vertigo stuff, which again, she's just incredible at. She takes a concept and breaks it down where anybody could understand it, which again is just a toot to how great of a teacher she is. And then how just she connects, she just connects with you. She's your teacher, but she's also your friend, and I think that's the biggest thing that I felt with a lot of the faculty there. We had a lot of great teachers, some that aren't there, some are there. I think the ones that are there, Becky Rada, Leslie Smith, Cindy Falzer I don't know if she's still doing stuff like that. But again, Edgar Torres, Tom Rudiger, these were guys that were they came from a different background, but Rudiger was a PT with the Army, or I believe. So he brought that kind of different kind of delivery, which again, I liked. Edgar Torres, again, just a wealth of knowledge with kinesiology. You got so spooked for his practicals, but they were really great. They made you think, and I think ultimately that's great. But again, Amy York rings a bell just because I said being that ortho background, neuro kind of scared you. You know what I mean? Neuro was kind of like, oh my God, neuro, what is neuro? You know what I mean? And then, like Amy said, you break it down, and the overlap of ortho and neuro is just is great. You know what I mean? You can break it down into its minutia, and you can actually get somebody with a neuro diagnosis. And if you treat them like an ortho diagnosis, they can still get better. So, again, they just made it fun. You get so nervous going into graduate school when you think it's so much, and it is a lot. But, you get teachers like that. And again, we had a nice balanced program where I think, Becky Rada, what a wealth of knowledge. You know what I mean? They've been around, they know the world, they know how to treat people. And again, I think, if I had to pick one, me and Dr. York really, really connected, but again, that's not saying all my faculty were great. I really didn't have a class that was like, oh God, I didn't dread, I enjoyed going to all my classes. So,
yeah, again, echoing that, I apologize. I'm going to stop the video because I got to do a little driving. So I want to be safe, but I'll still be able to talk. But I think obviously having that ortho background, it was nice to have such a wide expanse of ortho knowledge, whether it be, Dr. Rudiger, Dr. Torres, Dr. Rada, Jamie Krebs was also there. Just a lot of people that could just so much experience. And that goes, again, like Eliot said, I enjoyed all our faculty. I think they all did a great job. Amy York with neuro. But if I had to pick a favorite class, it'd probably be kinesiology with Edgar. Again, it was very difficult, but it was also one of those foundational classes that we learned a ton in, and it just kind of sets you up for the rest of kind of learning how the body works and kind of problem solving into what could be going on. I
think that Edgar he's not a current professor with us. So we have kinesiology is taught by Dr. Sarah Case at this point with us, but kinesiology most certainly a foundational piece of the curriculum, and it still gets people. It still gets people.
Oh yeah, and it will continue to, right? That's the beauty and curse of it. So that's awesome.
I feel like you can overthink it so much.
It's simple. Just say the answer. You know it. I know you know it.
Exactly. Whatever your gut feeling is, you're probably right. And then let me ask you guys, where graduating from U of M's physical therapy program, where's that taking you in life? Like, tell me about your guys' careers.
Yeah. So again, we came out of school, got a job with Team Rehab to start. I took an opportunity with another company. Now I'm back with Team Rehab. So running my outpatient clinic. I got the opportunity at 28 years old to run my own clinic for Athletico, which is a huge outpatient company. It's just amazing. I think you get a little bit of the business aspect, but until you do it, you know what I mean? But again, it goes back to that multifaceted approach of the education at U of M Flint. It's scary. I'm young. Am I ready? Am I not ready? But again, the similar trend is, that Block M, they see it, and it's just, I'm very prideful of it. I'm very prideful of Albion as well. I'm very happy with the opportunities I've been blessed with. But yeah, it's just great. I'm very happy to say U of M Flint. I say Flint. I do. I'm happy to say it. At the beginning, you're like, oh, Flint. And then you get there and you experience it, and you're all in, and it's just a great program. And I think you say it, and it's just, ooh, U of M. U of M Flint. Yeah, why is it in Flint? And then that creates a nice connection to kind of plug downtown Flint, which again, Evan said earlier. It's really a great place. They've done a great job cleaning it up, and yeah, but U of M, again, I think anybody that goes to any school, hopefully they're prideful of it. They had a great experience. But the U of M, again, I'm happy to do these interviews and kind of talk about it and just really be happy from where I came from. So. Yeah, same. So again, pretty similar. Me and Eliot both took a year off in between undergrad and grad student PT school. Worked at Team Rehab as athletic trainers. And then we got the opportunity to get a job there after we left. So I started my career at our Royal Oak Clinic, had some great mentorship there, got a lot of cool opportunities. And then for the past 5 years, I've been running my own clinic in Bloomfield Hills, and that's been great. So again, I don't want to kind of echo and repeat what Eliot said, but yeah, just like he said, I'm very prideful of it as well. Echoing what Eliot said about seeing that growing up in Holly and being in Flint, Flint's a great place, and they've done a great job, like he said, cleaning it up, and it was a pleasure going there. So just very prideful of going to Michigan and all that comes with it there.
That's phenomenal. You said you guys are from Holly.
We are. Yeah.
I'm from Ortonville, so
yeah, baby.
Not too far off.
You go to Brandon?
I did.
Yeah.
I sure did. What's up, Evan?
Nothing. I just said, let's go Blackhawks.
Yeah, go Bronchos.
Yeah, what's a Broncho, baby?
And then the last question that I have for you guys is, you guys kind of talked about at the top about how you guys applied to all the same programs and everything, and you guys got into the same schools, and you guys both chose to go to the University of Michigan. And can you guys just tell me, what was it like being in the same program with your twin?
Yeah, I can. I mean, it's one of those things, and I'm not going to get overly emotional because it was. I mean, it really is. I mean, we've been very fortunate. I think Evan will say the same thing. You get to hang out with your best friend. You know what I mean? And we went to Albion initially. I wanted to do athletic training to start. He wanted to do orthodontics. So, and then he saw I was having some fun. So he's like, I don't want to live with, sticking my hand in somebody's mouth all my life. So I want to go have some fun with the sports teams. And, we're so blessed, we get to not only do a profession we love, but I get to do it with my best friend. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that, we hold each other accountable. I'm obviously a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more of the funny guy. And then you got Evan, who's still funny, but he's a little more of the, keep me under control kind of thing. So undergrad was great, but then the fact that we got into the same programs, it was almost like a sign telling us, this is where we need to go. And we got to live at home. We got to commute. We got to, get back with our parents after 4 years undergrad, which people think stinks. I think it's awesome. but yeah, just being there with your best friend, and, our study methods were the same. And, I think it really, really just helped us not only build our relationship together, but also be able to build our occupation together as well. And now fast forward 10 years and look at this, we're at the same company, just different clinics about, 10 miles down the street from each other. So pretty cool. We're both building families of our own now. And it's an invaluable experience to be able to do all this with your best friend. So it's great.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the same sort of thing. I mean, we talk every day. We get to hang out. We get to work at the same place now, and obviously going to school together, that was great. I mean, like he said, it was always nice to have a study buddy. Our study habits are pretty much the same, so it really helped out. And just kind of the whole class. I think our class dynamic was pretty awesome, and it was still keep in touch with a lot of our classmates, and it was a great experience. And like he said, to be able to do it with my best friend and kind of hang out with him every day, all day, was pretty awesome. So yeah, again, just kind of saying the same thing he did, but we share the same sentiment there.
That's phenomenal. And I think that you guys have a truly, truly unique experience of, literally living your entire lives together and basically mirroring each other in almost every facet. And I think that's incredible. And I don't think many people are afforded that same opportunity. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's all the questions I had for you guys. Do you guys have any final wisdom that you want to impart on upcoming classes or people who may watch this video in the future?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I tell my students and anybody that's in PT right now is number one, obviously have fun with it. It's such a cool occupation. I think it's gained a lot of traction these last probably 10, 15, 20 years. But, my big thing is I challenge them to do something you're not comfortable with. You know what I mean? Me and Evan went into PT school, athletic training, the ortho classes early on. We knew all the special tests, right? It was a little easier. But then you drop me at level 11 where they're like, oh, what is this? And you're like, but that's what helps make you the therapist you are. And that's what makes you gain confidence, because you got to have confidence, right? If you don't have confidence, you got to be able to know you can do it. Just keep challenging yourself. If you go through that clinical list and you say, oh, I know I don't want to do that, maybe that's the one you want to do just to show yourself. That's the time to do it, right? Is the clinical, right? So, just have fun with it. It's such a cool, I've only been doing it for 10 years, and the people I've met, the other therapists I've met, no matter what background you come from, whether it's, I have people that did clinicals in India, that they come from a different country. Really, really cool to see the differences in our occupation, but we're all working together for the common good. I think that's one of the best parts of this profession, is that it's ever changing. But if you know your basics of anatomy, kinesiology, where the muscle originates, where it inserts, you can do any exercise you want as long as you're getting the desired effect. That's the beauty of it. And I think I would keep challenging people. There's not one way. I think people from certain schools think there's one way to do it, and that's just not it. Keep trying to take Con Ed and keep challenging yourself and keep doing that class that I'm really struggling. Maybe that's where you need to work on. So again, I love my profession. I'm very prideful of it. And I'm going to be. It's one of those I can have fun. I have fun going to work every day, and you can't put a price tag on that. So again, keep challenging yourself, keep having fun, and bring a little humor to the workplace. It never hurt anybody. So go ahead, Ev.
Yeah, again, go outside your comfort zone. I think, obviously we get taught that PT is a lifelong learning profession, and it really is. Get out of school, take a lot of Con Ed, overwhelm yourself a little bit with some information and some different manual techniques and different thought processes. And, because there really is, it's just adding tools to your toolbox. Add as many tools as you can, because you never know when you're going to need them. Not everyone presents the same. Everyone presents different. And sometimes you got to pull out those tools that you haven't used in a while, but hey, I took this class 2 years ago and let's try it. Patient plateaus a little bit, pull out another tool and see what you can do. But definitely, again, echoing what he said is, just have fun with it. Again, I feel like a lot of our patients come in and say, oh, I just didn't like the vibe at this place and this or that. Have some fun with it. Bring some humor to it. Make sure your patient's having a great time at PT. I always tell people, obviously, most people don't really want to be at PT because something bad has happened, but let's try to give them the best experience they can and have some fun with it.
Well, I love both those answers, and you guys have a great. I mean, you guys have great views on the entire practice as a whole, and you guys have some great experiences to share. So hopefully, we'll be seeing you guys at the tailgate come fall.
Yeah, love to be there. I mean, it's like I said, it's happy to be asked to come back, and again, when it's easy, you know, when you're prideful of it and you love what you do. I mean, like I said, you hear all these patients that tell you how, oh, my job. You know what I mean? I go, no, I don't know what you mean. I really don't. I truly do not. I truly love my job. Every day I get up and, you know, telling every kid I can help someone every day. Every day I can help somebody. You know, you don't get the 5-minute doctor visit. You get the 1 hour to hour, 15 minutes of me 2-3 times a week. And just remember, I mean, helping the patient get better orthopedically, neurologically is great, but maybe they just need that person to talk to for an hour a day. And never forget, you can't put any, I mean, even the eval, just listen. If you listen, people will get better. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't underestimate the value of just listening. Don't talk and just listen. And it's amazing what patients will tell you. And then automatically, guess what? They get better. And it's you, you know what I mean? So again, our job is great, and it will be great for a long time, hopefully. No matter what the insurance companies try to do to us. I had to plug that in there too.
Evan, you have anything else?
No, again, I echo what he says, but just have fun with it. Again, touching patients and touching their lives in different ways, both, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it takes. It's great to go to work every day. It really is. I agree with Eliot 100%.
All righty. Well, thank you guys both so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You guys have had some amazing answers. I really liked how you guys played off each other the whole time.
We've had a little bit of practice.
Just a little bit. Evan, I love the car cam, and
I'm sorry, man.
No, you're totally fine.
I'm driving to the meeting, so I apologize.
No, you are totally fine. So thank you guys so much, and good luck with the rest of your career.